So those of you that have got out of let me give the kid warning here. We're going to talk about the sex. The sex is coming here in a second. So if you're listening with kids in the car, you might want to bail. So if you are a couple that has gotten out of your sexual rut with your significant other, how did you do it? I'm not asking for me. 1-855-BERT show. It's an email that we got, and it's one that we get quite often.
Hey, Bert Show. I could really use advice from an outsider's perspective. This past July, my boyfriend and I moved in together. We decided to leave our home state of Connecticut and take a chance here in Pennsylvania. So far, it's been great, and I have no regrets about leaving Connecticut behind to be with him. My boyfriend's 28, and I am 25. We are both attractive and viewed as the it couple. We've been together for 4+ years, and I'm confident we will be engaged by this time next year.
That's got to be a lot of pressure.
Being the it couple?
The it couple or couple goals, you know.
Yeah. How do people just tell you that? They're like couple goals, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like how do you decide you're the it couple? You just feel like when everybody looks at you like Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly when you walk into the room?
Well, I think that they just say, in your relationship is like relationship goals.
Yeah, people kind of tell you.
Yeah. Like there are just, I'm sorry, Kristen.
No, Bert has told me this about Bart and I, and it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, like if Kristen came in here and said that she and Bart were breaking up, I'd be devastated. I'd be 100% devastated. I'd throw you back in the ring. I'd say, no, you are not.
There's no hope for any of the rest
You
of
get
us.
back in there and you start fighting, girl. For me, they're kind of like the it couple, just because my friends Molly and Joel also, they just have this comfort level and this acceptance with each other and for their quirks, but also their beautiful things also.
Huge compliment, a lot of pressure.
So they're going to be engaged by this time next year. On paper, we are perfect. We are both pursuing the next step in our careers, and we have a puppy, and we love each other very much. But our sex life is terrible. Before we lived together, we would see each other 3 to 4 times per week and be intimate almost every time. Wowza. That was just from me. Sorry, every time?
When you and Blair first started going out, you weren't like that?
Yeah.
Like rabbit.
Yeah, in the beginning. Now we're more like seagulls. We just want to
I don't
eat
think they do it.
and go sleep.
It's how
And
seagulls do.
when the food hits the table, we're just like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," and then mine.
Have you ever seen a seagull do it?
I have not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I was trying to think the antithesis. I think we got there. All right.
You totally got there.
Since July, we've been intimate a total of 5 or 6 times. Since July.
Oh, boy.
When they were doing it 4 times a week. Oh, goodness. All right. Before we lived together, making the first move to have sex was nearly a 50-50 split. Since moving in together, I've become the sole initiator, and I'm turned down nearly 90% of the time because he's too tired. It's even come to the point where he said having sex with me feels like a chore. Because of how naggy I have been about asking for it.
Okay, so the actual act isn't the chore, but because she's
Pressure.
Harping on it.
It's
Okay.
now
Yeah.
become a pressure thing.
that's
Yeah.
not as bad, but it's still bad.
Yeah, because if he's like, oh, I'm tired tonight, and then the next day he knows he's like, she's going to be bugging me for it. And then I have to, okay.
Maybe if I just fake being asleep, she'll leave me alone.
Go to
He's
sleep
just
at 6:30 p.m.
He's a sexual possum.
Sexual possum?
He's like snoring like those cartoon old movies where it's like, me, 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 me. It's like,
All the
nobody
blankets
snores
are
like
moving
that.
across the room.
I know you're faking it. Nobody snores like that. All right. So since that comment, I have backed off significantly, but I'm becoming tense and frustrated. I feel like a roommate in my own home. I deserve to feel good, and I am uncomfortable with the thought of self-pleasuring. So that doesn't feel like a realistic possibility for me. Why?
Yeah,
Sorry.
girl, get to know yourself.
Yes, treat yourself. As they say. I love my boyfriend. I know he loves me. I'm just tired of being rejected by the man I want to spend the rest of my life with. How can he and I fix our sex life so it's enjoyable for the both of us? Please help me out.
Yeah, at some point it becomes more than just you feel so rejected that it's more than just the sex. It's like, what, are you not attracted to me? What am I doing wrong? And then it just snowballs.
You start overthinking until it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger in your mind, and you start creating these scenarios and reasons why, when in actuality, who knows? That's, maybe your partner really is just tired.
Hey, Candace, what did you guys do? You fell into one of these sexual ruts. How'd you get out of it?
So I think there's a lot of things that he was wanting to try that he was scared to talk to me about, because a lot of times I would just be like, no. So he finally got up the courage to talk about some things, and the fact that I didn't just shut it down immediately. I kept an open line of communication. I didn't make him feel stupid. And I even went as far as Googling these things that he wanted. And I'm like, why is this normal? Why do men want these things? And turns out it's a lot more normal than I thought. So that has really got us past that rut, being able to communicate a lot better.
So he wanted to get a little freaky deaky, take her next level, and was just really embarrassed by the things that he was going to request. He thought that you would judge him.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you Google him, and you guys talk about it, and then you started doing them freaky things, and now he's happy and you're happy?
Right.
I mean, her computer doesn't work anymore, but other than that,
He got a lot of viruses.
Better clean that computer.
There's no
It's a nasty
vaccination for
computer.
those.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's about communication, right? Either way.
Yep.
Josie, good morning. You're on the Bert Show. You guys were in a sexual rut, and you got out of it. There are a lot of people listening because we get this email all the time.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Morning.
So basically, my boyfriend and I, we have been together for upwards of 3 years. And yeah, after a while, things just started to kind of dwindle down. And I decided to sit down and have a conversation with him. And we came to the conclusion that nothing was really wrong other than he had been really stressed out lately. So I just decided to go ahead and make sure that I was putting myself out there and kind of show him that I am putting the effort forward. And that kind of, I don't know, it just seemed to kind of boost his confidence and show him that it doesn't have to be something that is so stressful, and it can kind of come as it goes. And, he just decided that he could make time for it after he got home from his long days, and it actually started to put a smile on his face.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to Nike it, man.
it's that's simple but true.
Uh-huh.
Just do it, and then once you do it, you're like, oh yeah, I remember this.
Why did we wait so long?
The Bert Show.